Hello, dear YouTube friends, viewers, and trolls who's gonna be blocked. Today is December 6th, 2019, and I'm gonna be talking about something what happened on something. Molim te, smiri se. A molim te, ostavi me na miru, molim te. Something what happened on November 29th this month. So what happened is the classical example of gang stalking. Sorry, other thing, also from narcissists and psychopaths, the gaslighting. Uh, well, what happened is this. Day before, on 28th, I was without milk and went to see my neighbor, Christina, to get some milk. I know that neighbor since I was 7. She was babysitting me, This is the building where I lived most of my life. And neighbors are pretty cool. Those people who live here 20, 30, 40 years, really. Healthy neighborly report happened. And I went there. She gave me milk, went back, asked my mother if she wants some milk for her coffee, where you get it from Christina. End of conversation. Next day, mother comes with the groceries and mlijeko, milk, go get it to Christina. Odi vratit, ona je takva, go take it back, she's like that, she's Slovene. She likes to use ethnicities in a bad connotation. They all like to use racism and all that for ganging up purposes. You must return it to her. She's like that. Once she borrowed an egg from me and she returned it next day because she had to, she's like that. Big drama, huge drama. And I'm telling you, come on, bollocks, it's just a little bit milk. No, huge drama. She's just, continue pouring that milk in front of me. Take it. Okay, I'm taking it. Same floor. This is apartment 15, 16, 17, right? All small 45 square meter apartments made by socialist Yugoslavia with the bad sound isolation and thermal isolation also next to non-existent. But that's not the point. Point is, I'm taking that milk there, and Christina is looking at me, prosuchuga, and I was like, what? And I said, I know that you don't need it, but my mother, she was insisting on it. And she's standing on the doors and she's saying, nisam ga poslala, that's why you need to have diary. Nisam ga poslala, I didn't send him, nisam to rekla, I didn't say that, ti si ljud, you're angry. That's typical, like, you're angry. Ad hominem, straightforward. So I'm telling, yeah, she did, she's lying, and she's pointing like this and looking at her. Christina is just, backing off. I said, okay, have a great day, walking in. And then she starts with the story, why you did this? Why you did this? You told me that right now. I didn't. Straightforward gaslighting. Straightforward in my face. And then she continued with, ja se tebe bojim, I'm afraid of you, ti nisi dobar u glavi, you're not straight in your head. So this is second thing, you understand me? They provoke, especially with the females, and then they go into mode, now I feel threatened. So this is next stage, and look where it's the whole thing, where it's moving. Basically, she has a connection in a center za socijalni rad, in the center for social cases and stuff like that. And she never told me any details, but this is what I figured out. And she told me that we need to go there to see officials, to see who's crazy. So now, wait this. It's never pleasant to talk about gaslighting when it's happening to you, but this is where I'm coming from. So now comes the clinical part. The way how psychopaths and narcissists, and in my understanding, narcissism is just a PC, politically correct, fancy word for psychopathy. It's all psychopathy. It just comes in different forms because different containers have different powers. You understand me? If I manage to get to that point, I'll speak about it. But now the point. So, so psychopaths and narcissists, and this is straightforward narcissism. According to Sam Mankin, the colleague of Richard Grannon, Spartan Life Coach, which is really good channel, and you should check it out. Although there is a little bit more quantity over quality there, but you should check it out anyway. And he said that the mind of a narcissist psychopath, the guy who's diagnosed with psychopathy and narcissism, Sam Mankin, Israeli, he said that they have this judgmental alter ego, which is punishing them if they don't dominate people. And if somebody tells them no, defines them, they feel as they're melting into pieces. And this is the worst feeling they can possibly have. And the only way to redeem themselves is to follow that alter ego, which is demonic judgmental voice, in your religion probably Satan, and that they need to go against the person and punish and destroy that person. Another thing what he said, that the mind of a narcissist is something like a haunted house with lots of voices fighting for dominion, and the only thing that these people actually feel is the lust, is the greed, is envy, is fear, it's hate. So these are the emotions. And so now, then he said, and some other narcissists, they also said some other thing, which is exactly the thing which guys like you and me, if you're sold, of course, assuming that guys like you and me, that we simply cannot grasp that concept. And oh God, it really took me many years to get to this point, which I'm now delivering you for free, my friend. Or just a viewer, or just a fucking troll. This is the thing that, you see, when she was manipulating me into, she's a Slovene, you must return her the milk. It was that alter ego. It was not my mother. There is no such a thing as my mother. There is a container, okay, filled with a demonic entity. Some drunken Dalmatian cream pie that pussy in 1974. My soul was pushed inside the fetus. I got born and I ended up in this hell I'm living at right now. So, biologically speaking, she's my mother, but if you understand the matrix, how it really works, just a piece of meat. Nothing more. So, the way they work is they really believe in what they're saying, and then they really believe in what are they lying. Okay, so you're gonna ask me, how is that possible? Because you're most probably gonna assume that narcissists are like just all other people, apart they're just evil. That's all. There is Tom, there is Jack, there is Lindsay, there is Krunoslav, there is Stanislav, and then there is Melania, who's narcissist, and she's like all of them, apart she's just narcissist. Fucking wrong. The biggest mistake in your life if you think that they're just like you and me and they can be fixed. Whoa, that's fucking naive, okay? They can't be fixed. See, the difference between me and her is I always have my consciousness. My consciousness, that soul in me, is what defines me. Narcissist doesn't have it. It doesn't have the soul. It's a soulless. That's exactly what makes it organic portal for the demonic entity. That demonic entity, sorry about this, I hope it's not offending you in the line of new political correctness. However, it's my natural movement of hands. That demonic entity inside her is basically her, and when that entity flips this line, she says this line. When that entity flips that line, it says that line. There is nobody inside to reflect. Nobody lives inside. As I like to say, lights are on, but nobody in the house. She speaks, but it doesn't make her alive in a real sense. No soul, no person. So, it took me decades to get to this point. When I finally got to this point, and this was, the incident before last, finally dawned to me, Finally, I just stop talking to her, if it's not necessary. I go to shop, make a list, give money, nothing more, nothing, no other. Now she wanted to engage me in some drama about something. I don't care what. You understand me? Because it can start with any kind of bullshit. Cat ate, cat didn't eat, cat farted, cat took a shit, and then it turns into personal. Okay? Because that Satan, that demonic entity inside that container constantly needs to feed itself. It constantly needs to feed itself. Okay? And consciousness will flip reality. Consciousness will flip reality any way it fits. Now, this is not the whole problem. Okay, this is just the beginning of the problem. Problem is that unfortunately we live in dimension where whole states and humanity is run by that evil. Okay, that evil is looking at me right now when I'm speaking to you through the remote neural monitoring. That evil is multidimensional. It can be in the 3D, it can be in 4 and 5. And that evil is basically setting up a trap in which I'm supposed to now fall into the lines of what we know as a psychiatry and targeted individuals, part 1 and 2. And I started to put on private many of my videos because I'm trying to get a steady job. And so that's why I'm just gonna basically kill 90% of this channel. I just digression, guys, and it actually would be done if my laptop hadn't died like a week or so. But anyway, it's good luck for you if you want to check out something old. It's not gonna be there for long. So this is something I wanted to share. I definitely would like to leave this place I live. I really wouldn't like to be homeless because being homeless is even worse than living with a psychopath. But am I a happy camper? No. No, I'm not.